grew up in a very warm, loving, grace-filled family, and we all loved Jesus. After graduating from high school, I attended college, and I was very active and able to join with God where He was at work to point others to Jesus in tangible ways. However, in the fall of my junior year, I became extremely fatigued, and my muscles and joints were sore, and I had a constant headache. So I medically withdrew from school, and I was bedridden for nearly a year. After repeated trips to the doctor, I was diagnosed with Lyme disease. But even with treatment, I didn't notice much improvement, and I became very frustrated. Since I was young, I had longed to have an eternally significant impact, and I fervently asked God to work in and through my life in meaningful ways. But now, as I looked out over the landscape of my life, I just saw utter barrenness, and I became angry with God. I had plans to serve Him, but I couldn't do anything of value in my weakened, limited condition. Thankfully, over the next several years, the Lord lovingly revealed to me that the very limitations I was kicking against were actually an answer to my prayer about accomplishing something with eternal significance. He used my health-related restrictions to guide me and point me to an avenue of ministry that is wide open and tremendously effective. Though my illness prevented me from doing many good things, there was still something very significant that I could do: pray. I have been attending Fellowship Greenville for over 8 years, and recently God invited me to serve in an area that has been a passion of mine for a long time. Pastor Trenton asked if I'd be willing to facilitate a prayer gathering twice a month that meets between the Sunday morning worship services. And the vision is to support our leaders and staff and ministries and church family through prayer. Because of all that Christ accomplished in His death and resurrection, we who believe in Him can boldly approach the throne of grace. I'm amazed that we can cooperate with the Almighty, and our limitations don't limit Him. When we pray, we can join with God to bring light into some of the darkest corners of the world, and we can partner with Him to uplift and to strengthen His servants who are out on the front lines facing intense battle. Looking back, I can see how God has redeemed one of the hardest struggles of my life and worked through it to guide me into an exciting prayer ministry. So, if you want to minister to the Lord and you're struggling with limitations, whether they're physical or financial or in some other area, could it be that God is calling you into a deeper prayer life? God can use our prayers to have a lasting impact on the world around us. And I've also found that He works through prayer to change my heart, shaping it to become more like His. James 5:16 says, "The prayers of a righteous person have great power." The Creator of the universe is inviting us to look beyond our limitations, to cry out to Him in prayer, and then to watch and see what He can do.